Have you ever wanted your own TV show? Have you dreamed of showcasing your talent for the world to see? Well, now you can. Have your own TV show. For only $99, you can have your own 30-minute show. Not only will you be seen in the Detroit area, but you can be viewed worldwide. Be seen on WHPR Detroit Live, Comcast Cable Channel 91, on the web at TV33WHPR.com, with the TV33 app, on Roku, Google TV, Apple TV, and on Amazon Fire TV. Act now. Time slots are limited. Sign up today and get a free replay with the purchase of your time slot. For more information, call 313-868-6612. Visit our studios and receive a free TV interview to promote your business, church, or organization by appointment only.
There's a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office on the 5th floor of 400 Monroe in Detroit.
If you or someone you know needs help with their finances, budgeting, and making monthly payments, the Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help.
Wayne Metro Community Action Agency has counselors ready to provide free one-on-one counseling to help you address issues related to utility bills, taxes, and other financial matters. We can also help you improve your credit score.
Well, good afternoon, and I'm saying afternoon because I'm a little bit late, and it feels like the morning is already gone. Let me say good morning to everyone. Please don't hold the station responsible for my tardiness, but once I left my house this morning, I had forgotten this overnight visitor was still out there, and that overnight visitor called ice on the windshield. And I forgot all about that one. I had to go dig out and first had to get the car cleaned so I could find the door, and then go to the back seat and find the scraper. And it was way down this morning. So I apologize for being a few minutes late. I hope we'll still be able to finish out a good piece of sharing information. My name is Maureen Taylor, and this is the Friday broadcast. Matter of fact, the last Friday broadcast of this year for the Ask Welfare Rights Program. Next Friday will be the 25th, and the Friday after that will be the 1st, so we will not be here for 2 Fridays in a row. Let me welcome everyone and anyone that is able to watch us and call this morning to see how things are going. And, of course, we're at WHPR. We already know. Call-in numbers, and I'm getting new call-in numbers for the day. And folks that may want to call and share some information, please call us. And I'm saying us because I generally do this program with Marion. But Marion is not feeling well today. She's under the weather. And it was some kind of relationship with her and Vicks Vapor Rub. So something like that is happening over there at her house today. So we want to wish Marion a speedy recovery. Might be these allergies, and I'm sniffling, all these kinds of things that are going on. So if you are interested in calling the fabulous and wonderful WHPR or WHPS, please call this morning. Here are the call-in numbers. Tim is here to manage that. And those numbers are always the area code 313. And the two numbers, 365-7327, 365-7327. Or you can call in at area code 313-365, again, 7379, 365-7379. So, my name is Maureen Taylor, and I work with the Michigan Welfare Rights Organization. And we are an organization that fights for the rights of poor, low-income, low-wealth families and individuals. And is in that capacity that for a number of years now, the Ask Welfare Rights broadcast has been broadcasting out of this particular station, 166 Victor in Highland Park. And we started with Richard Hairston, who talked with RJ and invited welfare rights onto the air. So we're talking almost 19 years we've been at this radio station. So wanted to say we've got a little longevity here. We've got a little seniority here. And so some of the things that we talk about, the themes are always the same. What can we do? What kind of recommendations can we make in terms of people wanting and needing some assistance? Okay. 365-7327, 365-7379. I work with the governor's task force on racial disparities, and Tuesdays and Fridays we have telephone calls, conference calls, Zoom calls. You all know what those are. And every week the numbers in terms of identifying the numbers of communities of color that are on that list that are either infected or have lost their fight. Yesterday, there were 4,024. That's four numbers, 4024. 4,024 people in the state of Michigan became positive. That means that they were tested and they all tested positive for the COVID virus. 4,024 in a 24-hour period of time. 4,024. And of those 4,024, and that was yesterday, that would have been on Thursday, 190 people in the state of Michigan, 190 people in the entire state of Michigan, those folks passed away. And one of those, you already know, was Sheriff Benny Napoleon. He and another 189 people went on to be with the Lord. And because I get a chance, I want to say it like that, to be on this task force, I hear things. I hear things with other members of this task force that make, what is it President Obama used to say, that make me cringe. The numbers of people, because we are selfish. Oh, okay, already, I understand there's a telephone call coming in and Tim will fix it so we can take that call. Caller, you're the first caller of the day, and thank you for calling in. And welcome to Ask Welfare Rights. You are on the air.
Good morning. I'm thankful for your safe traveling.
Boy, hey, me and that
your wake-up call to the cold in the windows.
Boy, me and that new fella, ice on the car. I forgot all about him. Okay.
Yeah, and I think the weather's going up to the 40s because we plan on seniors and we still be dancing at the park.
I ain't
so
mad
if it's 40 or more, we still come out.
I'm looking for those 40s.
I'm gonna put my grill on too.
Yeah, I'm looking for those 40 degrees. Please let them come soon.
Yeah,
yes,
it's supposed
yes.
to be 45.
Yes, for it.
I'm happy to see you, and I was glad to see you at the museum. I've been having issues, and I want to ask you.
Okay.
What do I do about our rental office? They started off sticking letters in our doors saying that we can get help. I'm sorry, let me turn that down. Saying that we can get help if we have rental issues. Then they start putting the letters in there with your name on there saying that you're delinquent. Then they said, after I straightened it out and got a credit because I don't always pay on time, they sent a letter talking about you got to give up the occupancy or pay $187 late fee and get lawyers and blah, blah, blah. So, of course, they came back because they fuss and fight, and they say, well, I checked the ledger, and you don't owe anything. You have a credit. I said, we had that conversation 2-3 letters ago. I want a letter in my door showing that I have credit and I owe you nothing, because at this point, you messing with my mental health.
That's true.
Can you
I
imagine
understand.
seniors and other people that's struggling through a pandemic, and you're getting letters, and the only excuse they're going to give you is it's a computer glitch? Well, Maureen, if it's a computer glitch, why are you sticking it in our doors until you confirm that these people and myself owe you nothing?
Well, let me
So
tell
can
you
I go to
this.
court for mental harassment?
Okay, grab a pen and pen and paper.
I got you.
Okay, now the first thing is, and I'm not asking you specifically, when
Yes.
you pay your monthly rent, try to make those payments coming out of a checkbook. Money
Oh, look,
orders and cash,
I
that's all right, but try to get, even if that's the only thing you do with it, so that way you have a receipt. Or the second part of that is if you pay with a credit card, a debit card, or online, then you always have to get from your management office, from your rental office, you always have to get a paper receipt all the time.
always.
Okay, so always.
Well,
Now wait,
well,
let
Maureen,
me go on
they
with the
got
next
us
thing.
doing
Hold on.
drop boxes won't even let us come in unless we want to fill up our cards. What do you call those? Your laundry cards?
Yeah.
But I have postal money orders, and what I did is I put all 12 postal money orders on the paper and made copies of all my receipts. So if
Okay.
they, need it, I have January through December on
Okay,
time.
so it's the
for post
receipts
time.
that become very, very important. But here's the other thing, and let me share this number with you. When you have landlords that appear to be unscrupulous and making computer mistakes about whether or not you
Yes.
paid your rent, you call the United Community Housing Coalition. And it's a free service. They are a part of the legal team, the legal group with welfare rights. So you call them. And here's the number. It's area code 313-963-3310. 963-3310. Now,
963-3310, and
Yeah.
that's the United Housing
Community
Services.
Housing
They have
Coalition.
legal services as well. Okay.
All right. Now, everybody knows this COVID is a horrible thing. And
Yes.
so it used to be just walk-ins and, making appointments to face to see people. So you can't do that now. But
Right.
you can call them. And there's a very long taped message. If you
Okay.
need help with this, if you need help with that, on Tuesdays we do this, on Wednesdays we do that. So you might have to listen to the tape recording 2-3 times till you get what you need to have. But that's who you call. And again, it's a free service. You call them, they will help you and get into this landlord business. So keep that number and share it with others if you get a chance.
Yes, because it's harassment. We're already stressed out. We
Yeah.
locked down. You know
Yeah.
what? We're losing our loved ones. Every day we hear of a new death.
I know.
And it's already heartbreaking for us. And we're already
is.
struggling. And then to keep sending and putting allegations on someone that's on time and before time.
Yes.
It's just frustrating.
It is, and
And then you
need-
won't take care of my maintenance. I'm like, you know what? You default on your maintenance worker, right?
Yeah, something has got to change. There's no question. And keep good notes.
Yes.
Put in a maintenance request, and on a
Yes.
Monday, and 10 days goes by, you don't hear anything. You're supposed to, write those things down.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
exactly. Keep a journal, because if
There
you
you
don't,
go.
they'll act like you the crazy one.
Yep.
Like they do us anyway when they take away rights to have affordability and clean
And that's
water.
something
I
I
want
tell
to thank
you.
your organization as well as the other warriors, and you guys were definitely the lead on this water affordability issue.
A wonderful
And,
victory. Not only are we going to keep water on through 2022, but then we've been harassing the state for all this time, and now the state says, and their affordability plan is more assistance. They're still talking about no water shutoffs anywhere in the state of Michigan, okay, until the pandemic ends. So they haven't gone as far as the fight with the city, but tremendous victory. People's Water Board, Welfare Rights, and some of the other groups and whatnot. Lord, you know how long we've been fighting this battle.
Exactly,
Yeah,
exactly. That's why I want to give you a shout out, because you guys were on the lead of this for a long time. So I'm just thankful that you encourage your hard work encourage others to get in the fight.
Okay.
And start whatever organizations they had to start to help the people and actually help wake up folks, because people are still walking dead, and they think that they deserve the abuse that's going on.
And they wouldn't do that to me. I'm about to announce these numbers where people can call to go get assistance, because the money is running out. And, we've been talking. If you need some help with a light bill, a gas bill, water bill, taxes, all those kinds of things, we have to move quickly. So I'm very grateful that you have acknowledged the kind of work and sacrifice and labor that Welfare Rights has put in for a long time trying to get this water.
Yeah, you guys were the lead on it.
Yeah, we were. We was
the lead on it, and you leaned on it.
I like that. I got to remember that. The lead and the lean. I like that. Okay, it's good. It's good. All right, now you get a hold of those folks at the Housing Coalition so they can back you up and give you all some help, because I'm sure it's other people in your building that's going to have to get some advice on how to proceed. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy New Year's, and all the rest of that, okay?
Happy Kwanzaa.
And Kwanzaa as well. And I just helped Theo tape the Kwanzaa message that's coming out in a few more weeks.
I was out there. I did my poem.
Oh, that's right. You were there. That's right. I forgot.
I did my poem. That's why I was glad to see you. It's always good to see those and see us and be seen.
Hey, these days it's good to be seen and not viewed. You know what I mean? All right, dear.
I love y'all. I'll call you back. You gonna give out the numbers for the other? I think
I'm
it's the Metro
number. I'm getting ready to do it in about 30 seconds. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah. 388-9799 or something like that. Because someone sent me some information for Wayne County to get $500. But what's really alarming to me, they're gonna do it like a lottery where they're gonna pick and choose who get this $500 due to their hardship. And of course, you have to put in your information and your proof. But to say that you just doing whatever you call it, you just pick a number and, randomly you may get the $500.
That's the way it is in America. I'm going to sing James Brown in a few more minutes. Yeah, you know how this works.
I will call you back if I have some more information before you go.
All right, thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
All righty. 313-365-7327, 365-7327, or call us at 365-7379, 365-7379. I had just started to talk about the 190 people from the state of Michigan that passed away yesterday. And, of course, the whole city now knows that Sheriff Benny Napoleon was one of those. And I like to say something about this because I get so angry and it's past hurt. I've had family members and friends that have died as a result of this doggone COVID. And it goes back to the same thing, and I'm trying to say, You have no idea the horrible kind of reports sometimes we receive on these task force calls. And people of color seem to be, and I'm saying it that way, seem to be targets of this COVID virus. And the Native American reservations, those that are in the state of Michigan, up there around Bay Mills, up there around Bay City, southwest of Pellston, and there are several, and then into the Upper Peninsula. The percentages of our Native brothers and sisters that are passing away are unreal. Having to drive 30 and 40 miles one way to get to a clinic, and get to a clinic where there are 3 ICU beds. That means intensive care unit beds, 3 of them. And here we got folks that are driving through the quote reservation lands. I have to get my turquoise. I need my beads. I need whatever else it is I need. And they're driving through and touching stuff. And here come our Native sisters and brothers come by later on and touch something, and then they take it back with them. The young lady that just called talked about how long Welfare Rights has been in this fight for water. It kills me to hear these Native reservations, not that much in Michigan, but we've got Welfare Rights members in Durango, Colorado, and in the places that they call the Four Corners. So, You know, we're talking about New Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, and Utah, and they all merged together there. And, oh, Lord, 30% of our sisters and brothers living on reservations, 30% don't have inside running water. Does that sound familiar? 40% of our native sisters and brothers living on these doggone reservations, 40% don't have electricity. And that's, you know, welcome to America. You know, oh, Lord, it's so egregious. I'm told, and what I'm understanding is that our dearly departed colleague, Benny Napoleon, was very careful. And he put on his mask. And he wiped his seat and his chair down. All of those kinds of things. But something happened. Somewhere along the line, somebody he was talking to, maybe shaking hands with, maybe somebody walked by him, didn't have on a mask, was not doing social distancing. He might have been, but somebody that might have been one of those folks that are asymptomatic, and an individual that does not have the symptoms, is not coughing, doesn't have a fever, all of those usual symptoms, but some kind of way, somebody got in his space. And here we are in tears and in pain. Somebody got in the space of Miss Elvira Wilkerson, my auntie, my cousin, and got in her space. And the COVID took her. Alexander Tyson, very careful all the time about everything. Somebody got in his space. Somebody got in his space. And what we have here in America is what a lot of us have known for a very long time. This is the most selfish. I'm going to do, thank you very much, I'm going to do what I want to do. I don't have to wear a mask if I don't want to because I'm an American and I got rights. For those of you that did not see this unfolding madness of the little 2-year-old, the father and the mother got this little demon baby on the plane, United Airlines, and they're going wherever it is that they're going. And once they're getting on the plane, they're walking down the aisle and they get to their assigned seats. The wife sits over close to the window. The husband sits on the aisle, and they got this 2-year-old. Well, the rule at United Airlines is that if you're 2 years of age or older, you have to wear a mask. So here they are coming down the aisle. The child is in the middle seat, and they're trying to put this mask on this little girl. And she's, no, and she's putting her hands over her face, and no, and all of this. And it's a big commotion because people sitting around her are looking. And the dad is trying to, let's make this happen here. And the flight attendants going up and down the aisle, and they see what's happening, and they're trying to, shake keys and shake bells and all this kind of stuff to distract this child. And she's just not having it. And at first, I'll stop this story right there, and then I'll get back to the middle because I want to now rush to the end. Parents start calling in around the country talking about what they think was happening with this little girl. So put a pin in that. I'm going back to the airplane. Finally, one of the flight attendants leaned over. The mama is taking pictures on her cell phone and says, the flight attendant tells the dad, I'm so sorry to tell you, but you all are going to have to depart. You're going to have to get off the plane. And the dad says, you got to be kidding, We got a rule. And we've been already 20 minutes late in trying to depart, but we're trying to tell you this is the airline rule. I don't have any say over this. And, of course, put a pin right there. Of course, the flight attendant has already spoken to the captain. And the captain said, let me think about this. Nope, they're off. Rule. That's the way it is right now. And so they're, not really fussing, but, sir, you're going to have to get up. You're going to have to get off. He's arguing. Well, I don't think that's right. You've got to be kidding. And all this conversation is going on. And finally they get up. Everybody mad on the plane because now people are saying, well, the baby's only 2 years old. Maybe we could have given them a break. And so you got all of this going on. Finally, the family gets off and is in the terminal. The mother's still taking pictures, and now it's a bigger commotion. because somebody, one of the administrators from United Airlines comes and says, here are the rules. Here's a copy of the rules if you're 2 years old or older. And you knew that when you bought your ticket. You knew that when you went through that hallway to get on the plane. You knew all of these things. And you know why. I ain't trying to be mean or mad at you, but you know why this is going on. So now it becomes where the car seat is on the plane. What plane is that? The one that's taxiing down the runway, because we didn't waited 35, 40 minutes for you, and now they're gone. And what we'll do is call them when they get to their next stop. We'll get your luggage, the baby's car seat, and we'll bring all those things back. And now you all are not right and all this, you could have made arrangements, you could have made an exception, all this kind of stuff. Now I'm going to go back to the end of the story, because people are paying attention and looking at the dad, and now they're looking at the mom. And somebody said, she looks familiar. Here come them Facebook people and them Instagram people and the Snapchat people and Slap the Chat people that pay attention to all this. And come to find out, mama has been one of those anti-mask wearers. She's a Trump fan and been raised in hell. I'm not going to wear this. I'm an American citizen. I have my own rights. And that's when the parents start calling in, saying there's something the matter with this story. It's been 9 months. And this little girl is 2.5 years of age. By now, she should know how to put a mask on. It's been 9 months. The parents have not been demonstrating wearing a mask for 9 months, and that's why she wouldn't want to wear one, because nobody ever told her and showed her, little girl, this is what we have to do right now. And because of that, defiant, I'm not going to wear a mask, I'm not going to do these things, I'm a citizen. If the little girl knew how to talk, she probably would have said, I'm 2 years old and I got rights. I'm an American citizen. I don't have to have discipline in my life. And that's the message that I'm connecting to the murder, as far as I'm concerned, of Benny Napoleon, of Elvira Wilkerson, of Alexander Tyson, and all the rest of these people that we're losing, because this is the most selfish. I don't give a damn country. If there was a way for me and my family to run up out of here, I would. Nobody wants us. We can't go to Canada. We can't go to Africa. There's nobody that wants an American. You cannot come here, because you all are not just stupid and backwards. You're selfish and you don't care about anybody. I have gotten into verbal discussions. Anybody that looks like they want to have a real physical confrontation, I leave it alone. But I tell people, look, ma'am, sir, you don't have a mask on. Well, I don't, before they can finish it. I always say the same thing. I would do anything to keep you from getting the COVID virus. I would do anything. And that generally stops the discussion. Oh, my goodness. Somebody talked to me as if they cared about my well-being. And I repeat it, I would do anything to make certain that my mask is on, so I can make certain that I don't infect you and your family, have to lose you, or you pass it on to someone else. We are so selfish. We are so selfish, and that's why the governor extended the partial lockdown for 12 more days, because she already knew. You all are not going to act right. You're going to go to the restaurant, and I'm going to insist that I get a chance to open up my business. It might be risky, but people like the little boy told me a few months ago, people that are afraid of COVID, they should just stay home. Okay? And he was lucky that there was not a baseball bat close by, because that one I would have sent to the emergency room, and they, may or may not have gotten no help, depending upon if there was a COVID bed that was loose. But yeah, looked at me in my face, if you're scared of the COVID virus, you need to just stay in your house. Well, ain't that nothing? This is the world that we're living in. 4,024 people yesterday in a 24-hour period of time was infected. And how would that happen? They went and had a good time at Thanksgiving, and now they're sick. People said, try not to go to these events. If you sacrifice Thanksgiving this year, maybe your family members will be there for Christmas and Easter and Thanksgiving next year. didn't listen. I'm going to go do what I want to do, even though our numbers in Michigan are trending down. The 4,024 numbers that are given, and especially numbers that you get on Monday, these are numbers that are representative of 2 days. So we're not only, the curve is going up, we're not only bringing that curve down, that curve is flattening in Michigan. But my rage and my anger and my fear is that I can't make other people stop coming to Detroit. In Detroit, we figured this out and we got scared early on. Okay, we got it. We don't want to be victims of this horrible thing. So we not only began to wear masks way back in February, March, and April, and stand away from folks and social distancing and all of that, but we can't keep people out of Detroit. They're coming here, they're going to Lansing and having demonstrations and picket lines, taking guns. Lord have mercy, you cannot take a piece of paper with a message on it, a flyer. You cannot take a banner into the State House. You cannot take slogans. You're on the picket line, and here you've got your picket sign. You cannot take those things inside the State House, but you can take a rifle, an assault rifle, a high-powered assault rifle, that you can take into the Capitol. And it's just ridiculous, the kinds of things that are going on. It makes no sense, but that's the world that we live in now. Now I want to get to these numbers. Get ready to give the wrong number. 365-7327. 365-7327, or call at 365-7379. 365-7379. 365, both of them. One is 7327, the other is 7379. By, what did she tell me? December the 30th is the last day of this year where you can apply to get some help with a delinquent light bill, gas bill, water bill, back taxes, burial funds, certain kinds of repairs, particularly leaks and water leaks and plumbing activities and whatnot. You could get those things taken care of if you will just reach out to Wayne Metro. The number to Wayne Metro is 313-388-9799. If you will call Wayne Metro 313-388-9799, they are able to help you with an outstanding water bill, with a DTE bill. I'm going to talk about DTE in a few minutes, those scallywags. Your taxes are backed up. Now, I want to say something about these back taxes as well. So many of our family and friends are passing away, like the caller already said. And folks are looking for burial funds because nobody expected our relatives and our friends to pass away like this. So Wayne Metro is able to assist with burial funds. There are a lot of parents at my school, Detroit Community Schools, that are COVID survivors. At least 40% of the people that call to my school that need help with a light bill, gas bill, water bill, all those kinds of things, they're off work, have been off work for a month or 2 or 3, and that has to deal with they were separated from their jobs because of COVID. So, Tim, we doing anything here? Okay, almost. All right, so this is the circumstance that we're living in. Number again, 313-388-9799. You have to put in your request for help before the 30th of December because as of the 1st of January, those funds are not rolling over. We do not have permission to roll those funds over. So Marion and I have been begging you for months. Call Wayne Metro to get some help. If you don't do it, you better do it now, and hopefully you can get through the lines because a lot of people are calling, so the telephone lines are going to be a mess. If you're looking for the nearest place to get a COVID test for free of charge, anywhere in Michigan, we've got COVID testing going on in CVS's, in Rite Aids, all over the place, and you could just call 211 United Way to get some information on where the closest COVID tests are being given. And you can call 211 United Way to get information about food lines. Listen to me talking about food lines, where you can go to get groceries and boxes of food with fresh vegetables and chicken and cereal and the whole 9 yards. If you call 211, they will let you know where to go to get that kind of help. If you live outside of the city of Detroit, and I'm talking about Highland Park, Hamtramck, Sterling Heights, Lincoln Park, Wyandotte, Brownstown, any of those places, you can go and put in an application to get a job at the Jefferson plant. You might not get that job because they're starting off with Detroit hires first, and then other Chrysler plants have first dibs, meaning that if they want to be bumped and come to Detroit, they'll get those jobs first. That's correct. That's the right thing to do because they have seniority. But if you're interested in a job at Chrysler that may or may not end up being at the Jefferson plant, everything is online. Everything is online. So you have to go to Detroit, spell it out, Detroit at Work. No break. So that's Detroit, DETROIT. Spell out Detroit at A-T, and then work, W-O-R-K. So DetroitAtWork.com/FCA. F stands for Fiat Chrysler Assembly. So DetroitAtWork.com/FCA. So anybody that's interested in work and they're outside of the city of Detroit, that's where you call. Okay, we have another caller on the line. Thank you, caller, for being so patient. Thank you for calling. Ask Welfare Rights. You are on the air.
Hello?
Yes. Oh, I hear you. That's the voice of Marion Kramer, who is on the air. And that's, can you hear me?
Yeah, it's a little low, but I can hear you.
All right. Well, now, Marion is on the air, and she's got a little bit under the weather today. So, Marion, why don't you share a message in between your coughing and sneezing?
I've been taking everything. I just want to, for all from Welfare Rights, wanted to wish everybody a happy New Year, and I hope those of you that not able to come out of your house and what have you, once we get back and there seem to see some problems, you need to call the people that claim that they represent you, such as, city council members that don't seem to be giving a damn about, excuse my French, Maureen, about people out in the inner cities and what have you. We all must stop running away from the problem and start dealing with the problem. Okay. We got to understand one last thing is that these people are out to get the water. And when I say get the water, they want to privatize it, and you and I won't be able to afford it at all. So, yeah. But on the other hand, I hope you would get active on your phone and what have you, and start working with the rest of us.
Okay.
And to the staff at the TV station, thanks for being there for us. You're a great bunch of people.
Fantastic, and I agree. All righty. I hope you feel better. Go take your medicines and get your salves and your creams and your ointments and all those things you have to put on.
Stop it.
And I hope you feel better. And I'll check in with you by the time I get. Oh Lord, see, I'll check in with you by the time I get home.
All right, bye.
All right, talk to you later. All right. Now the last number I want to give out is, and again, we have to move quickly. The eviction diversion program. And Tim, I left my watch is stopped. What time is it? What kind of time we got here left? 11 minutes. 11 minutes. All right, I better talk fast. All right, the eviction diversion program, that's the program that the governor set up with several millions of dollars in that program for folks that might be behind on your rent. that money is still available. Here's what you have to do if you live in Detroit, Highland Park, or Hamtramck. You want to call again. This is a separate number, the United Community Housing Coalition, but this number is dedicated to folks that need help to catch up on their rent, separated from their job because of COVID. There's money there. Don't fool around. Go and get it. At the end of December, looks like those dollars are not going to roll over. That number, area code 866. The phone number is 313-2520. 866 is the area code. The phone number is 313-2520. Now, that's just for Detroit, Highland Park, and Hamtramck. If you live in Southfield or Macomb County or Livingston County or St. Clair County, one of those other places, you can still call the 866 number, 313-2520, and they will give you a more direct number for Oakland County, Macomb County, or out of Wayne County, so that you can still get some help. If you still need help for a variety of other things, you can always call us at Welfare Rights. That number is 313-964-0618, 313-964-0618. Now, we're struggling with that phone down there at Welfare Rights because none of us can remember how to take the message that's on the phone off the phone. So we got all the tech people, and they've got technical skills, but none of them have no memory. So we know. So now we got to go back. We've been in the same location for 13 years now, and now we set those phones up 13 years ago. So we sitting around trying to figure out, how do we fix that? So call, leave a message. Call. If it won't let you leave a message, just keep calling until you get somebody. Cookie will be there one of those days. Augustus will be there one of those days. Joe Green will be there one of those days. I'll be there one of those days. Sylvia will be there one of those days. So you have to just call us, and we're generally, Gwen will be there. You have to call us somewhere around 11:30 or 12 o'clock noon. And we'll deal with it, and we'll talk with you, and be happy to help anybody with anything. One more area I want to bridge while we go over this, and that's these vaccines that are out now. And it's a whole lot of controversy and question. Do you or do you not plan to take the vaccine? Marion and I talked about this last week, and my answer has not changed. I'm going to take the vaccine, but I'm going to wait until 2 or 3 million others take it first so I can read whatever it is that's happening. I'm on a telephone call later today to talk about ways to communicate the safetiness of this vaccine. And it looks like it's about 95, 97% safe, but there are some things that are connected with it that folks need to know. First of all, the vaccine is going to be shared and going to be bivouacked at several locations, and one of them is at Kroger's. I suggest to everybody who's listening to the sound of my voice, you go to Kroger's to get your food. Don't go to Kroger's to get your vaccination. Don't go to Kroger's to get the vaccine. Just deal with the meat aisle and the vegetables, and don't go down the aisle to let the stock boy give you a shot. I don't think you should do that. All right. CVS is going to have the vaccine. I'm a little concerned about that because I see that some people are having allergic reactions that didn't expect it. Okay. And if you're at CVS and you're sitting in the chair and the pharmacist comes out and gives you a shot and you have an allergic reaction, then you're going to have to depend on the pharmacist and the staff at CVS to make certain that your allergic reaction doesn't get any worse. Think about that. Very good. All right. What I'd be doing is getting my shots, and I'm going to get that because as scary as I might be, I'm scared to not get it. I've seen this COVID is a bad mamma jamma. So I'm going to get mine. But I'm going to the hospital to get my shot. I'm not going to Farmer Jack. I'm not going to Kroger's. I'm not going to the Western Market. I'm not going to the Eastern Market. I'm not going to the outdoor market. I'm not doing any of those things. I'm going to a hospital. And that would be Henry Ford. That would be Beaumont. That would be Ascension. There used to be Providence. I don't want to get my vaccination from the stock boy at Kroger's. So I would advise, don't do that. If something happens and you start to get sick, like these healthcare workers, I think it's brilliant what they're doing. They're sitting there and they're getting the vaccine, including Dr. Janae Caldoon got hers yesterday. And if something happens and you develop an allergy or some sort of reaction, the medical team that you work with every day is sitting right there. So they can give you an epi shot, or they can give you a Benadryl, or they can, whatever it is that you need to make certain that you're still okay. And with the stock boy mechanism, what the stock boy is going to give you is an apple, a slice of a pineapple, or some other kind of fruit. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. But we do need to get these shots. And I'm not too proud to say I'm scared too. But I know that it's better to do that. Mr. Benny passed away yesterday alone. Alexander Tyson passed away alone. See, that's just too much. So we should do everything we need to do to prevent that from happening. There's a 2-shot regimen. There's some things that could happen, some kind of Bell's palsy that they're talking about, where you develop a droop inside it on one part of your face. And they say that's temporary, very rare, but it has happened after people have gotten this shot. And what they call temporary is between 1 and 3 months. Well, so I say I'm going to let a couple of million people get that shot first. And then let's get this data together. I can read pretty good. And even though I might not be able to pronounce all the names of those medicines, I got the message. I understand. So the first line of defense is, yes, agree to get in your mind, in your heart, yes, I'm going to take this vaccine. But then the second thing is, I'm only going to take it if it's given at a hospital. Right now it's free. Soon as the Democrats come into office, it's supposed to be more widespread. And that'll be important for us to know. But try to avoid picking up COVID if you can. It's just too horrible to deal with. All right, then the other thing, Tim, what kind of time we looking at? 3 minutes, all right. It was one more thing, the vaccine. Oh, here comes Christmas. Now, if you want to have Dearborn ham, and if you want to have a honey-baked turkey, or a grandma baked turkey, or auntie baked, or uncle baked turkey, all those kinds of things, and you want to invite people and allow people that don't live in your house, your friends, and especially your relatives, that's a risk. That's a risk. And you should think about that. Your sister, your brother, you want to go visit your mom, I got that. You know, what you might want to do is try to put together a plan in your head. How can you visit these relatives and not infect them or have them infect you? We've only got a week left before Christmas shows up. What I'll be doing is picking up different kind of foods and dropping it off at my sister's, because we always go there now. And we can't do that. We didn't do it at Thanksgiving, and we're not going to do it at Christmas. So we're already talking about alternative plans. And I would say to you, don't listen to these people that talk about Christmas is a time for the families to get together. Funerals are a time for families to get together. I don't think you want to do the get together at the funeral. It's better to do the get together Christmas for next year. That's the best thing. So folks need to be safe. I'm signing off now. This is our last broadcast of the year. We're going to try to make a few commercials between now and January to encourage people to call us at Welfare Rights. And I want to say again, Happy Kwanzaa. Certainly, Merry Christmas. And thank you so much. Happy Hanukkah. And be safe. Stop all this drinking and driving. Whoever that is shooting up things down on the freeway. Stop it. For God's sake, stop it. Stop it. And let's see if we can end our year in Detroit, especially in Detroit. No more folks dying because of COVID. Let those folks that don't want to wear the mask and whatnot, Let them live in Pellston or Traverse City or someplace else. But for God's sakes, don't bring them down to Wayne County. My name is Maureen Taylor. I'm the state chairperson of Michigan Welfare Rights. And again, this year, 19 years, it has been our pleasure to be here and to serve our community. Until we meet again, goodbye.
There's a new financial empowerment center located in the Wayne County Treasurer's Office on the 5th floor of 400 Monroe in Detroit.
If you or someone you know needs help with their finances, budgeting, and making monthly payments, the Detroit Financial Empowerment Center can help.
Wayne Metro Community Action Agency has counselors ready to provide free one-on-one counseling to help you address issues related to utility bills, taxes, and other financial matters. We can also help you improve your credit score.